Hello everyone and welcome to Technical Thursday at Prometix. Today we will be showcasing artificial intelligence in the Power Platform. Thank you for taking time out and being here today. My name is Dhruvin Shah, Client Executive with Prometix. Joining me today will be our very own Microsoft MVP, Dhruvin Shah. Not just an MVP for the Microsoft Power Platform, Dhruvin is an expert in all supporting Office 365 technology, suites and features. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into your question box in your GoToWebinar control panel. We'll bring them up during the presentation and we'll also have time for questions at the end. And if you missed anything today, please contact us directly and we'll be glad to assist. Who are you? Why are you here? And what will you take away? You have some degree of responsibility in your organisation for business critical systems, be it technical or process. You are not entirely comfortable with the digital efficiency in your team or organisation. You feel the need to better leverage your Microsoft package. You are seeking reassurance or guidance on your organisation's robotic process change requirements, and you have already decided there is something you want to see today, which is great. That's you and why you are here. Right? Confidence and direction is what you will take away, I hope. Every organisation is different and there is no simple fit to fix them all. We hope we can give you the confidence in correctly identifying the core issue and the mechanism for positive change, enabling you to direct your business successfully. And we are always there to hold your hand as much as is necessary. Dhruvin has committed to hosting a webinar every Thursday, the creation of the Prometix Technical Thursday, addressing different issues, new features, and lost secrets of the Microsoft Power Platform. Not always of relevance to you, but there will always be someone in your organisation or network who will see the value, and I strongly recommend you in promoting Dhruvin's expertise and the Prometix Technical Thursdays where appropriate. The advent of the low-code Power Platform has easily become one of the most exciting events in recent Microsoft history, enabling low-tech skilled resources an avenue to better support their workplace practices, promote process efficiency concepts, and expand the capabilities of their modern workplace, becoming what we prefer to call citizen prototypers rather than citizen developers, providing prototype apps ready for review, refinement, deployment, and support by you and us, the technical teams. Prometix is proud of the breadth of our partnerships, none more so than our Microsoft Gold partnership. We work with our state, federal, and private customers, helping them get the most from their Microsoft investment by enabling them to more easily use and share information as individuals and in teams. We design, implement, and support Microsoft technology solutions that align with our customers' priorities to deliver measurable and tangible positive outcomes for you. Prometix works across 5 key verticals, taking our customers through the entirety of a digital transformation and its ongoing management. Over the course of the series, Dhruvin and I will be introducing you to a few heavy hitters from Prometix and our partners. Today, it will just be Dhruvin. Before I hand over, I'll quickly run you through what we have in store for you today. Invoices, not really exciting. Invoices and AI, though, are a lot more exciting. The highlights of Dhruvin's discussion will be how artificial intelligence resolves business problems for organisations, where artificial intelligence can best fit to improve the productivity, the advantages of using artificial intelligence with the Power Platform, and an example on processing invoices by leveraging the capabilities of artificial intelligence. As with all our webinars, a recording will be made available of this webinar via our website. Over to you, Mr. MVP.
Thank you so much, Trev. So let me share my screen. All right. Hey everyone. So as Trev mentioned, today's session is a full-fledged session of AI with form processing along with invoice processing. So let me just start the presentation with the basic introduction of AI, what AI is, what AI offers, and specifically in Power Platform area, what AI provides us. So as we all know, AI is the situation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic direction. Right now, many systems are using AI. Specifically, if I talk about the overall Microsoft 365 stack, we have SharePoint, we have different internet portals, we have Microsoft Viva, even we have Outlook product. Every product behind the scene is using AI in anyhow. So this webinar is focused more on the Power Platform side, how we can leverage the capability of AI to make our processes and business scenarios faster. I'm going to talk more about that thing in detail. But before that, let me just give you the overall idea about what AI Builder is and what it offers in Power Platform. So AI Builder is a combination of different two type of models. One is some pre-built model and another is some type of custom models, which means that there are some plug and play model available which you can simply integrate to your app and your work is done. That's it. And custom model is something which provide you the flexibility to train the model as you wish and define your business processes into that custom model and implement that with your Power Apps and Power Automate. So let me just overall explain you how it categorizes into four different category. So overall AI Builder provide four type of category functionality. One is document processing, text processing, structural data processing, and image processing. And for that, there are various kind of models available. So let's see, if I'm talking about documents, we have the functionality, some of the pre-built model like invoice processing. Text recognition means it is extracting the text from the photos, or let's say it is extracting the text from receipt and identity document. Also, it provides the extract the information from the business cards as well. And we can do many things on top of that. Many business scenarios we can achieve with the help of this pre-built model. Along with that, it is providing us the form processing custom model. That is the main part of today's webinar, and I'm going to show you the demo using this form processing. But these are the different highlight for the document processing. Another one is text processing. So in AI Builder, it provides the different kind of pre-built model for text processing like sentiment analysis, category classification, entity extraction, key phrase extraction, language detection, category classification, and all. So these all are useful in many business cases. So let's say for an example, you already have system in place like for review management system, and let's say someone is tweeting some adding some negative comment, or let's say you have Twitter in place, your organizational Twitter, and let's say some people are tagging you and you just wanted to know the sentiment of your tweet, that is it a positive tweet or is it a negative tweet, or is it a tweet on which I need to take an action. So at that time, this sentiment analysis and all of this pre-built model will help us a lot. So that's one part of text classification. Another is structured data, means it's used for prediction model. So let's say you already have some pattern in place in your system. Let's say, for an example, you have some booking system and you are observing that during weekends you have received the highest bookings, or during some holiday season you are receiving highest booking. So according to the previous data, it will predict the future data as well, that how you can predict that during this holiday how many things you need to require, or how many stock you need to have in your inventory. So for that kind of thing, the prediction model is helpful to us. And the last is image. And for image, we have different things here like text recognition, which is basically extracting the text from your images. Another is object detection. So let's say, for an example, you are taking some picture with your app and you just wanted to detect, like, these are the object, like one water bottle I selected, one pen I selected, and how many quantity I selected, even it is showing that thing into object detection part. And also image classification. So let's say you wanted to building some applications, like you wanted to detect if a person is wearing a mask or not due to COVID, and whenever you capture a photo of any person, it will automatically detect by using their face, if the person has already wear a mask or not. So those kind of thing we can achieve with the help of AI builder and Power Apps, Power Automate, different Power Platform product. So that's the overall idea. Now, overall on this session, I overall talk about the AI Builder capability. But in this session, we will focusing on one of the module, which is the invoice processing. So let me talk about couple of example where the similar scenario can be helpful. So let's say, for an example, you have sales team, or let's say you have account team in your organization, and let's say some people are going for out of office and they are visiting the client site. At that time they are doing some expenses like their food expenses, their travel expenses, and they have different kind of receipts. And what happen here is, in the next payment cycle they wanted to include those receipts and they just wanted to be paid. So at the time this system helpful to us a lot. So basically what they need to do is, right now with the traditional approach, what happen here is they are uploading the receipt, it is going for the approval process, and rest of the time it is getting approved, and maybe account team or sales team need to make the entry into the system as well. So all of these manual steps are involved into those process. Now with this AI builder capability, it will reduce the amount of time for processing. It's just a matter of, as an end user, you are uploading your invoice, it will process automatically, it will send the notification to the approval for approving that specific invoice, and all thing is done. Second thing is HR system. Let's consider an example. HR is receiving the different invoice, different type of resumes. Or let's say if you have offline resume processing, let's say you are having one let's say one type of recruitment day, like on one day many candidates are coming in, and basically they just wanted to have one form, manual form, they are filling all their information, submit to HR, and then they are going for different round of process. So those manual forms are like handwritten forms. So as a HR, what is the immediate next step after the recruitment day is, like they need to do all this entry into their system and all. So that task is also can automated, like they can just upload the photo of the manual handwritten form and everything is processed automatically. So this is one of the another use case that we can leverage. And another thing is, like any type of PDF document or PNG or JPEG file you can process here. So now let me just talk about the overall demo so you can relate more, and then I will show you the steps for implementing that thing as well. It's very simple. And let me just talk about the example that I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to talk about invoice processing, where employees are uploading their invoices and those invoices are processed automatically, and those invoices will send for the approval. So let me just head over to my machine and let me just show you the invoices example first. So let's say, for an example, these are the different kind of invoices. So let's say here you can see the different date, invoice number, company name, invoice to, different salesperson name, payment term, and different type of line items over here. So now, as an end user, what I will do is I'll just upload this invoice. It will pre-populate everything for me, and it will basically store the records into my SharePoint list. So basically for that, I just created the SharePoint list here, two SharePoint list. One is for main information and another is for storing this line items. And on top of that, we can do many tasks. So now let me just show you the end outcome first. So this is the Power App we can build. You can build it for your desktop as well as for mobiles as well, so it will make your task easier. And now what I'm doing here is I'm just uploading any of my invoices from here. So let me just upload one of my invoices, and basically I'm just uploading one of the PDF file over here, and it started processing that thing for me. So see, it has detected all the fields, and you can see here everything is marked with the blue, and it is also showing you the accuracy as well, like it is 99% accurate, 100% accurate. And we are also providing the flexibility to the end user that, let's say, by there is a 1% chance that if something detected wrong, or let's say if you wanted to modify apart from this invoice, we are providing this flexibility as well. Like let's say here the tax is $8.98. Instead of that, I just wanted to change it to $10. I can change it here. Or even if we don't want to provide, that's fine. But this is something which is detected outcome. And once you hit save, what happen here is in fraction of second, it will store everything into our behind the scenes SharePoint list. So now I'm just refreshing my data over here, and let's see, we will be having that new entry to be available over here for us. So see, this is the new entry that we just submitted, and it's stored into my SharePoint list structure, and looks amazing. All right, so this is one part. Now the question arises in our mind that how we can extend this business scenario. So once the data is available into your SharePoint list, you can create the approval flow, and you can send it for the next level of approval. That part can be done. But now let me just talk about how we can start for this AI builder form processing thing. So there are 4 to 5 major steps that we need to consider for this overall implementation. And according to your requirement, you can tweak around the models and you can perform that thing. So let me just head over to my Power Platform AI Builder. So once you open your Power Platform AI Builder, basically you will be able to see the section called AI Builder, and there is a section called Model. And same as in PowerPoint deck, I have shown you 4 different categories: document, text, structure, data, and images. So you just need to go to the document, and you need to just go to your form processing, and simply need to click on Get Started. So once you do Get Started, basically it will show you this type of screen. And over here, there are 4 different screens. So basically, for overall development process, you just need to define your model first. So you need to think through like how many fields you want to capture from your invoice. So basically for that, you can just provide couple of your invoices to train the model. So ideally 5 invoices samples are enough. So you just need to pick up 5 different sample invoices for your data, for your past record, and just decide like, these are the most important field which I want to capture as a part of my model processing. So I'm just defining those field in my first step. So the steps are simple. You simply need to click on add and just need to click on field, and you can just define your field that you want to capture. Also, it captures the checkboxes and table as well. So checkboxes is like, let's say in your form you have some checkboxes, or let's say in our example we have this table, so it will detect that table as well for us. So that's one thing. Once that is done, the next immediate step is you need to add the collection of documents. So basically this is the place where you need to upload the different invoices. So I uploaded different 5 type of invoices over here, and you can upload the as many of as collection you want. So let's say you wanted to build one model, but your pattern of invoices is different from one salesperson to another salesperson. You can just upload as many of as invoice that you wish. So over here I created one collection, and in that collection, as a next step, you need to manually tag the fields. So it's a part of once it is uploaded. Let's say for an example, this is one of the field. Let me just unselect it first to explain you. And let's say your document is looking like this. Now you wanted to tag your field first. So you simply need to drag. It's a simple interface and you need to tag this field. So it is consider the AI model can recognize that this is something which is my invoice form, and you need to process for all of your forms similar like this, and simply click on next, and you just need to publish and you need to train your models. At last you need to train your model. I'm not going to deep dive into it because obviously it is taking time depending on the model that you fed with your real invoices. Okay, so after you train, basically you need to publish that. And once that model is published, you can easily integrate in your Power Apps. It is also like depending on your business need, how complex you want to design or how complex functionality you wanted to implement in your apps. That is the thing you can do here. So it's just a matter of like it provide you the custom model here. So if you go to the AI builder section, basically it will provide you the publish model. So basically you need to select the form processor, and that is the model that I already added on my screen. And basically from here you just need to select the model you published. So this is the model which I already published, so I'm just selecting that. And after that, this is the basic Power Apps functionality. Like most of us have worked in the Power Apps, and we all are aware about the form, grids, and all. So we just need to go through with the form implementation and the different grid implementation and different save functionality. So basically, once we get the different value from the AI builder, basically what I'm doing here is I'm just pre-populating those values into my form. So this is the field, this is the value using which I'm just pre-populating the stuff here, and we all are set up. So if I talk about the overall processes, the processes, like first we need to build our model, we need to train our model, we need to publish our model, and then we can consume it in our Power Apps and we can leverage it over here. So obviously, like we have a very short time for this webinar. So this is the overall idea, and this is how we can simply build the invoice processing for our system. So that's how it looks like. So I think I'm pretty good with the demo. Now let me just talk about the what are the advantages of this type of implementation. So you can see without human interaction we can automate the different processes, which saves the time and effort to make process easy. And what happen here is, like, let's say for an example, this is just a one sample where I uploaded the files to the SharePoint. So let's say if you have any other data sources like Dataverse, you can store it over there as well. Also, let's say for an example, you wanted to make this more automative with the Power Automate RPA. So let's say you have some folder in place in your Windows system and you wanted to process more than 10 invoice in a one go, and even you don't wanted to go with this form and overall this process, you can build one Power Automate RPA flow. You can just select that folder behind the scene. Our AI builder invoice processing model will be there. It will extract the field and store wherever you want. So it is very, very useful to build up this kind of system. So I think that's all for overall this presentation. Now, if anyone has any question, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Dhruvin. Fantastic demonstration and insights, mate. I have received a few questions, mate. We'll see how many of them we can get through right now. So the first question to come through is, what type of documents can form processing handle?
A very good question, Trav. So at this moment for this overall form processing model, it supports the file format like PDF, JPEG, and PNG.
Wonderful. And second question, what data can I extract from documents by using form processing?
Okay, that's a very good question. Actually, in our example, we have seen that we have extracted the data from our form and table. We have the line item shown into the table, but apart from that, we can process different things like if you have checkboxes in your document, or let's say if you have a multi-page table in your document, it process that. So to answer it in a short manner, form processing can extract fields, tables, and checkboxes from the document.
Wonderful. And handwritten text as well? That's the next question.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It supports the handwritten text as well.
Easy. Even handwriting as bad as mine?
Yes.
How many samples do I need to train a form processing model?
Okay, so to start with, let's say for an example, you are just starting the overall process. So you can go with the 5 documents uh, at a time. So gradually it's recommended that, if you have 15 to 20 documents to be trained, it will give you the more accurate result. So it's totally depending on you. So AI is totally based on, how many things you are training to your model. So more and more samples you provide, more accurate result it will be. So ideally, 5 documents are enough, but it will give to get a better result. You can upload with 15 to 20 sample documents.
Wonderful. Mate, we're just about running out of time. So that brings us to the end of the webinar. Please check out our website and social media pages for the webinar recordings, and feel free to throw any further questions at Dhruvin or myself via our emails on the screen now. Thank you all once more, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone.